She laughed and said, "Relax, it's just one night." I smiled back, and that smile ruined my life. Some people don't break your heart loudly. They do it softly while smiling. I was 22 when I met her. She was 30, and somehow she felt older than time and younger than regret. She spoke slowly, like she chose her words carefully. Her hair was long and black, falling naturally over her shoulders. Her skin carried the kind of warmth you only notice when someone stands close, and when she smiled, it wasn't loud, it was careful. I was quiet. I noticed things. How people paused before answering. How silence said more than words. We met through small moments, short conversations, long pauses, coffee that went cold because neither of us wanted to stand up first. She never rushed me. That was the first thing that made me feel safe. She asked about my thoughts, not my plans. She listened without trying to fix me, and when I talked, she watched my face, not her phone. I didn't fall for her fast. I fell slowly without noticing. One night, she said, "You're easy to be around." I pretended not to care, but I remembered that sentence more than any compliment I ever received. There was no promise between us, no labels, just shared silence that felt full instead of empty. I thought that meant something. I didn't know yet that silence can be a warning. Not every ending feels like an ending. Some feel like nothing until later. That night, she wore a calm smile, the kind that makes you believe everything is okay. She said she was going out. Just tonight, she said, "Relax." I nodded. I trusted her. She wasn't careless with me. She wasn't cruel. She was gentle, and that's why it hurt later. I watched her leave. I remember the sound of the door closing, not loud, not dramatic, just final. I stayed up longer than I should have, not waiting, just thinking. I told myself not to overthink. She didn't belong to me, and I didn't belong to her. That thought was supposed to protect me. Instead, it slowly destroyed me. She came back late, quiet, tired. She smiled and said, "See? Nothing happened." I smiled too. That was the first lie I ever told myself. Distance doesn't start with goodbye. It starts with silence. After that night, something changed. Not on the surface. Underneath. She was still kind, still calm, but she felt farther. Her replies took longer. Her eyes didn't stay on mine as long. I tried not to notice, but I noticed everything. I told myself I was imagining it, that adults have lives, that I was being sensitive. One afternoon I asked, "Are we okay?" She paused, then said, "Of course." But her voice was lighter, like the word didn't weigh much. That's when I realized something scary. I cared more than I was supposed to, and she never said she did. Sometimes the truth isn't shocking. It's quiet and worse. Weeks later, she finally said it. "I didn't think it mattered to you," she said softly. That sentence broke something in me. She wasn't trying to hurt me. She truly believed I was fine, because I never told her I wasn't. I played calm. I played strong. I played okay. And she believed the version of me I performed. That night wasn't nothing to me. It was everything. But I never said that. And silence made the decision for her. Loss isn't loud. It's waking up to empty habits. She didn't leave suddenly. She faded. Texts became memories. Memories became questions. I stopped checking my phone, not because I healed, but because I learned disappointment. I replayed moments, every smile, every pause. I wondered how many times she waited for me to speak, and I didn't. I thought being quiet made me safe, but it made me invisible. The worst pain isn't rejection, it's realizing you were never fully seen. Years later, I understood. She didn't choose someone else over me. She chose clarity over confusion. She needed certainty, and I gave her silence. She wasn't careless. She was honest, and I was scared. That one night didn't break us. My quiet did. Some people don't stay, but the lesson does. I never blamed her again. I learned to speak, to say when something hurts, to stop hiding behind calm smiles. But some nights, I still hear her say, "Relax," And I remember how one night can change a life when it matters to only one person. If this story felt real, you're not weak. You just cared quietly. And you are not alone. Thanks for listening. If you felt this, consider subscribing for more stories.